Hi, Wayne. Ira here, and I definitely understand why you decided to switch from the much fuller political project that you were initially thinking about undertaking to this more lighthearted, fun project. This totally looks fun to me. I have no problem with you doing this. Um, and I think you can do it in a way that's really interesting. I do have a couple of thoughts. I kind of want to walk through the plan that you have right here, and I'm going to kind of come through from the end. I want to push you on when you say this. Okay, so purpose and audience. Again, I think the idea is a cool one and a fun one, but it's also the case that nothing is for all audiences, right? Even, say, Jeff Foxworthy isn't really for all audiences. He has his audiences. And so if you want to do something kind of modeled on that, you're coming up with a comedy shtick. I think it's a cool idea. I think it'll be fun to see how you can do that in like a digital way that's enjoyable to make, but also like enjoyable for your audience. But it also means you do need to think a little more carefully about who exactly your audience for that is and why, which then brings to the purpose. So when you say strictly for entertainment purposes, um, I have no problem with it being primarily for entertainment purposes. But the one parameter, and this, as you know, very broadly defined assignment, is that it is a digital artifact that helps someone. And I mean, we could say like laughter is medicine for the soul, yada yada yada, and I think that's all true enough. But um, I think it'll be important for you to think a little bit about like why would making this sort of you're an old guy if be helpful for whom? Um, what makes that something that helps other people negotiate constraints? Is it about negotiating the constraints of getting older? Is it about negotiating the constraints of living with relatives who are older? Whose constraints is it? And you can see in my way of asking that question, which is a little pointed or tendentious, that I'm trying to help you think about this as something that automatically inclines in toward one or another audience, and that the way who you think of as the audience is going to shape how you make the digital artifact. So again, I want to push you more on audience and then also on purpose, on asking yourself, how is this enjoyable, entertaining thing going to also help that audience somehow negotiate constraints? And I don't think that means you have to be like making some kind of like argument to your audience directly. I think it's perfectly fine to do a picture, and I think like the idea of picture and caption is a great idea. That's like classic internet meme style, and I think that should be a fun way to do it. And I want you to be thinking about how, come up with the jokes, do the thing, but how also be thinking about like how is that helping whoever your primary audiences are. And you may have more than one audience, obviously, that's fine. But you need to do a little bit of that work of thinking through who they are and how this is going to be helping them negotiate constraints. So, all that said, I think that it's a cool idea. I'm quite excited to see you do it. I think you're right. It'll definitely be more manageable than your original proposal. And frankly, as difficult and depressing and wearying as everything is, I think the process of doing like a fun project will be totally an enjoyable conclusion to the semester. And also, as long as you're thinking about how it helps others negotiate constraints, perfectly in line with the assignment. So, hope these thoughts are helpful, and I'm excited to see more from you soon.